Hi, welcome back to my channel of Simple Living. Another recipe. I have another recipe. This one comes from it comes from Pinterest, which if you could tell I'm a Pinterest fan. But I have this one for a while and just never made it. Really easy recipe, pretty inexpensive to put together, especially in today's world where we have so much food, everything's so expensive. A lot of the things, hopefully, you have in your house. I always have soy sauce in my house. Um, but anyway, I want to share this recipe with you. It is in the crock pot. If I love the crock pot. I just love it because you put everything into it and you just go out for the day and do what you have to do. Like right now, we're going to go to church in a few minutes. So I figured I'd get that done. And I really wanted to share it with you. So it's my first time making it. So I'll share my views with you afterwards of what it tasted and how it could possibly be changed to your taste. Always you can change a recipe to your taste. But anyway, without any further ado, here is Crockpot chicken thighs. All right, we begin with the chicken, which is the start of the show. The recipe calls for 5 of these chicken breasts, but I have 4, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to just put them at the bottom of my crock pot, and then I'll start with the seasonings. As you know, I've trimmed off most of the fat. And I'm going to there. And putting the real chubby side up. Our next step is to put in the seasonings. This is a ½ teaspoon of onion powder right here that's mixed in with a teaspoon of oregano, and it's supposed to call for 2 tablespoons of parsley that's fresh, but I didn't have it, so I'm just going to use the dried. And I mixed it up together, and we're going to just pour it right over our chicken. It is right in front of my camera. So I'm going to just go ahead and sprinkle it on there. And it'll be on. It's pretty seasoned. It's pretty nice. I bet the fresh will be even nicer. So if you have the fresh parsley, that's even more power to you. This is the fluid that's going in there, and this is the sauce. This is going to be ½ a cup of ketchup, ½ a cup of soy sauce, and I am using the soy sauce that is low sodium. Pouring that right over. 2 tablespoons. It's minced garlic, but I had my little garlic that I get from Sam's Club. So I used that. And I'm going to pour that right over the chicken mixture. Oops. It's really starting to look nice. That is about 4 tablespoons of butter, which are supposed to be in little slices, but mine's kind of melty because I leave my butter out. And you add that right on top. I'm also going to add pepper. I'm not going to add it. It says to add salt and pepper as needed. I will not be adding salt only because there's enough salt in the soy sauce, and I'd rather add it later on if you want it, but otherwise not going to do that. So the last ingredient that I'm putting in now is, besides the butter that is going to be on top and probably melt into the sauce, will be pepper. Now I'm going to cover it and set it on low and cook it for 6 hours. We'll be back after that. Now, before I show you the finished product and our little serving suggestion, I just wanted to give you my parting thoughts about the recipe. Since it was my first time making it, won't be my last. It was really delicious. The only thing that I would suggest is, first of all, if you're on a diet, it has a lot of butter, but I would probably maybe decrease it a little bit with the butter, but not a lot. It was real buttery and delicious and savory, and had a lot of, it was well seasoned. The meat came right off the bone. It was an easy cook day for me because I had some potatoes left over from yesterday. I just threw them onto the plate with it, and we still have a couple more for another dinner. So here's my serving suggestion for you, and also just the finished product. Here's the finished product. I'm going to just garnish it with a little bit more of the parsley. And it looks a lot like the picture in the website. Looks delicious.